So I'm going to bring to the stage, we have new Emerald director from Southern California. He's also been top associate enroller. And I have to say, I work very closely with Andre, Gordon, Nanette, and their team. And there is nothing but joy when you work with this team, and fun, but they work hard. And they know what it's about as they've gone through this leadership, becoming leaders themselves. So I'm privileged to bring to the stage Mr. Andre Gordon.
Here we go! Here we go! I want you guys to do me a favor. If you are ready to spend 30 minutes with me on Mindset, do me a favor, give me a woo! I love it. I love it. I love it. So we've talked about being viral. We heard a little bit about that. Has anybody seen my Tuesday night, Turbo Tuesdays on Facebook Live? So what I do on Tuesday before every Tuesday night is I do something to prove to my daughters that I actually was doing work as opposed to at Toys R Us without them. So I want to do something. I want to have the biggest, rowdiest super selfie right now. I'm going to take it, I'm going to post it, I'm going to tag all 2,000 of you, and then we're going to share it, and in the comments, I'm going to put, woo! Okay, guys, do me a favor, get up, get ready, let me see your hands in the air, and let's get that selfie going. Great. So what I'm going to talk about is the key ingredient for me. The key ingredient that went into me dressing like a fool and wasting time to dressing like a boss and creating time. What I'm going to talk about is what took me from wearing a fat suit at Universal, wishing and impersonating somebody who was famous, to creating my own content, directing my own films, and working on creating an economy for other people to do what they want to do so that they can be famous as themselves. What I'm going to talk about is mindset. So I decided in the beginning of my business, I didn't really have a team. I decided I was going gold. I'm going gold no matter what. I'm going gold, I don't care if there's anybody with me, I'm doing it! Yeah, you say woo. But look at the other side of the screen. That's me in week 3. After a 500-point return, with no team to really help me, begging to please make the pain stop. So what I decided was to learn from my mistakes. Now, obviously I completed the gold run because I feel like if you decide you're going to do something, you do it no matter what. If your name is attached to it, you go hard to see it through. And my name's attached to my business, so I'm not going to slack. So I did it. But there's a better way. I decided to take my floss and flaws, to adapt a change of perspective, and instead take the target and draw the bullseye around the arrow and not do it alone when I went emerald. So you see, this is me alone going gold, and this is our team after we went emerald. Now what's exciting about this photo is that it's not just me going gold. This is a product of my wife working hand in hand with me. If 2 or 3 come together, nothing's impossible, especially starting at the home. When husband and wife work together, it's magic, Jim Rohn says. It was magic. She found her strengths in numbers and calculations, and I found my strength in people skills and presenting, and we made it work. Now, what's even more exciting to me is the team that I love, the people that I really believe in. We created 3 new gold directors. We created a couple more silvers, 2 more directors, 4 achievers, and a whole gang of builders and believers. That is more exciting than me face down going gold. So what I'm telling you is, you can do it alone, but it's better to do it with a team. And you may say, well, I don't have a team, Andre. I don't have anybody. I'm telling you guys that you do have a team. You have a team because a team is more than one. It can be you and your customers creating leverage with your customers to do something. It can be going out and finding teammates to do something. But I learned that we're more than just our downline. There have been people that have helped me get to this position, this point right now, who have nothing to do financially with my success. Talk about Shelly. I came into her business when she was already maxed out, and she spent hours and time and resources with me. Talk about Jigga J. Lehman, Crossline, not even on my team. We do phone calls, brainstorming, trying to figure out how can we make this work. Michael Callejas, not on my team, treats me like I'm his downline. Jordan Kemper, not on my team, treats me like downline. It's not upline, downline. It's not crossline, it's one line. It's one bloodline. It's USANA line. So we have a team. So I challenge you guys to reach out to the people in USANA. And I challenge you leaders to be receptive of the people reaching out and remember where you were before you were where you are now. Right. Together we can all be cheering, screaming, hands up in the air and doing what we want to do. So, Captain America. Sometimes I think of myself as Captain America. You know, I don't have the same hair. I don't have the same muscles. I'm a little bit darker. But I feel like Captain America's awesome, right? He can save the world. He went out there no matter what, very much like me trying to go gold, he's gonna do it. Now, he was very effective here by himself, running solo. But then, he went out and he found just a handful of people, just a few people, a few superstars, and now they're unstoppable. And yeah, sometimes there's a civil war. But they worked it out, and now together, they can't be stopped. So this is the concept, the mindset that I want you to take away, this key skill, that single, alone, by ourselves, we are vulnerable. But if you find 4 or 5 superstars, 4 or 5 heroes, 4 or 5 people who really commit to the vision, you could save the world. You literally, with 4 or 5 people committed to Dr. Wentz's vision, could be superheroes to transform someone's life, to save someone's world, to save someone's health, to change someone's perspective. You change someone's perspective, and that perspective could have a ripple effect that could change a whole community of people, which could change a country, which could change the world. I believe that big. I dream that big. But it starts with you finding a few. I have to be willing to lose the mindset that validation is not for people. Validation is for parking. Now, tell me if you guys have ever felt like this. You have some friends on Facebook, you're a little bit worried that these friends on Facebook, they may see your posts and think, oh, he's posting stuff about USANA again. Anyone feel like that? Anyone feel a little nervous that they don't, oh, here comes the USANA guy. Oh, he's gonna try and sell me something. Oh, he's gonna try and give me some vitamins. We worry about these people on Facebook we never see and never talk to, as opposed to focusing on the fact that their validation of what you do is not going to do anything for your life. For example, I had a teammate who I was talking to yesterday, and he had someone in his family who was fighting him so hard to convince him that this whole thing was a scam. And I was like, really? 14,000 people are getting fooled? You tell them if they would fight half half as much to try the product and support you, they could be a gold director themselves in this business. Trying to tell them that they can't sell. So lose the need for validation and feel like and think about the fact that you are committing to your dream. You're committing to your process, not theirs. You cannot pay your bills with someone else's opinions. Now, sometimes the worst battle to have is the fight between what you know and how you feel. Has anybody ever talked themselves out of doing something? Like before they even get started?
Yeah.
So this was me. I pick up the phone. I say, okay, I am going to call this person on my chicken list. And they're going to hear what I have to say. They're going to get my invitation. It's going to be awesome. And they're going to join our team. And then I look at the phone. I'm like, well, maybe it's lunchtime. You know what? They probably don't want to hear from me right now. You know, maybe I should I just text them instead? No, they don't like getting texts. I shouldn't call. They're busy. Forget it. I don't want to call anybody. If they're going to say no, it's over. It's done. Forget it. I've talked myself out of doing it before I even started. You know why? Because the brain's function is to protect and keep the body alive, to keep you from doing things that are a little bit uncomfortable. But the heart's function is to make sure that the body not only lives, but thrives. Tell them I'm not here. The heart's function is that it's a little whisper that you hear. You know what? I do want to call them. I'm scared, but I do want to do it. I want to present, and I'm a little bit afraid, but something in me wants to do this. That's the heart. So what have I learned to do when my mind starts racing, when I get stuck in analysis paralysis? Because I'll tell you what, some people say, Andre, you probably never get nervous. Andre, you never have a downtime in your business. Do you ever struggle in your business? And I said, what's today? Is today Friday? Yeah, probably twice a week, 3 times a week. Everybody has ups and downs. But what I listen to is the little voice, the rhythm, the beat of my heart. I stop, I listen to the heart, whether it be the voice, whether it be the beat, and I try to really focus in and remember why I started. When I remember why I started this journey in the first place, that takes me out of the mind and into the heart. And as long as my heart is beating, I will pursue my dream of creating a life not only for my family, but my family's family until my heart will beat no more. That's the level of commitment I want to have and I want to instill in my team. Because you have to think about this, guys. Every person in here was prospected by somebody. And the word prospect means chosen to succeed, if you look it up in the dictionary. So somebody believed in you. Somebody saw the dream that you had for yourself and said, you know what? I think you can do this, and I'm going to help you. And I believe that you can have that life, and I'm going to work with you to give it to you. And I believe you can have that health, and I'm not going to give up until you give up. And even then, I'm not going to give up until you tell me, leave me alone. And maybe I'll keep trying, but I'm just not going to give up until you say, I've had it. That's what my heart says for my teammates. Commit to them, and they will commit to you. It's amazing when the hearts of every teammate beating in synchronicity can achieve. And sometimes I have to remind myself when I see the big checks. I saw one bonus check for $350,000 today. I was like, that's a bonus check? It's easy to get caught in that, and then I have to remember the vision. Dreaming of a world free of pain. Dreaming of a world free. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. To lose everything. Now I'm going to tell you what I've won and what I've lost. I will tell you that by doing this business with USANA, network marketing, I've lost some friends. But I've gained a huge family. I've I've lost some jobs because I'm not willing to go in and clock in and out, but I've gained a business, I've gained an empire, I've gained a legacy business. I've lost some weight, but I've gained some muscle. I've lost a perspective that I've limited and gained the perspective that we all can do it. So you can lose things, but you're going to gain so much more. If you're willing to take the losses with the gains, your business can not only skyrocket, but your perspective can skyrocket. And you can't pay a price and put a price on someone's open mind. So you need to be willing to see what's not there. So I moved to California. I drove cross country. All I had was a Bible and a pillow and a blanket. And I was in my room, because I lived in a room. And very often, I would talk to my dad. And my dad said to me, son, close your eyes. I want you to see your apartment furnished. I want you to see your calendar full. And know that very soon you will not have any time, because every dream that you had will be fulfilled. You will be so busy that this memory of you in an empty studio will be far gone. So a gift. Beautiful gift that my dad gave to me. Was the ability to see into the future. Now here's what I want to share with you. One of the skills and the mindset philosophies that will take some work, but will change your life and will change your business, is your ability to make people see what's not yet there, to take them into the future. So I ask you right now to close your eyes. And I want you to see the thing that you wanted, the why that you had in your mind, that you realize that dream. Can you see it? Can you see it? But see, your eyes are closed, right? This is when I learned there's more than one way to see. So if you can become, as Jim Rome says, a master of language, get your DeLorean out and take people into the future to see what it is they hope for, what it is they dream for, what it is they desire, your life will change, your business will change. So yes, there is work that is involved. Part of that self-development is mastering the English language, mastering your native language, and being able to see what's not yet there. Now think about it. This convention center, somebody saw it. Somebody drove by, there was a plot of land with nothing here, and somebody said, right here is a convention center. Right here is where people will sit and someone will come and speak and share ideas. Right here is where the Utah Jazz will play. Someone saw the convention center before it was even here. When I get a movie idea, I have a blank sheet of paper and nothing but an idea, and you create a whole world. So if you can see that world, you can be in that world. That's the first step of seeing it before it's even there. So 2 years ago, I told a story, and it's entitled 3 Pennies. Now, interestingly enough, the story is now complete, but there's been some changes, a little plot twist, as they say. But for those of you who know the beginning, I'll take you through it. For those of you who don't, please bear with me. So I live in Los Angeles, and I'm sitting in our studio. I heard a woo for Los Angeles. That's cool. I'm sitting in our condo, and my 3-year-old at the time, she comes up to me and she says, "Daddy, what's that?" I don't know what she's talking about. She's staring out the window. Her eyes are wide, and she goes, "What is that?" And I'm looking, expecting to see like some type of huge mountain dog or triple-decker car. It was grass. It was a backyard. I said, "Well, sweetheart, it's a backyard." She said, "Daddy, I want one of those. Can I have that?" And I'm thinking, any of you who live in a big city, you don't just magically pull a backyard out of your pocket. Takes a lot of money and some circumstances to happen, but I said, "Sweetheart, that's why I go out on all these auditions. That's why I go to all these meetings, so that Daddy can work and get us a backyard." She goes, "Oh, that's what you're doing?" She went to my room, got my shoes. "Okay, Daddy, go in my backyard." I said, "Okay," and I had an audition, so I went. Came back home from the audition. "Did you get it?" "Oh, sweetie, it's going to take a little time." Okay. Next day, I had a call back. They wanted to see me again, which is a good thing. "Daddy, where are you going?" "Well, I want to do a call back." "Oh, for the backyard?" "Okay, it's my room." Got my big size 15 shoes. Brought them back. "Okay, go. Went. The following week, I had to go again for another audition. She said, "Daddy, are you going again?" I said, "Yeah, I'm still working on the backyard." This really struck me. We have our children, we're trying to teach them saving and giving. She has a give jar, a save jar, and a spend jar. At the time, she maybe even had just a piggy bank, but she went to the room. She came back with 3 pennies, probably all the money she had, and said, "Daddy, if I give you these 3 pennies, will you stay with me and not go out again?" Now, I felt terrible because this beautiful child is conflicted. She wants her daddy to stay home, but she wants the backyard. Well, something happened. I hustled and I worked. Got a couple commercials, things were good. We found a place, and guys, the backyard was probably from the stage to the middle. It was huge. It was like a party. And in Los Angeles, it's crazy. This was the biggest thing. And I remember calling my mom and said, "Mom, we found this huge backyard." The kids there was like a slide and the thing already in it. And they're running up and down, they're playing. We're looking at the house. We're standing with the owners. We're going to give us the house. And my 2 daughters ran up to me. And they hugged my leg and said, "Daddy, thank you. Thank you, Daddy, for this backyard."
Se le fue el agua.
And I felt like Captain America. Oh, you clapped. Plot twist. We get a call the next day from our escrow company. "Mr. Gordon, sorry, we found a second or third loan that was silent that we didn't really factor in to the whole deal. So instead of actually making money, you would owe a lot of money, and we have to charge you a fine for breaking your escrow. Sorry, you cannot move." Now, my daughters had their suitcases packed from the time they got home. They took the suitcase to the bathroom, took it to the kitchen. "Oh, we're going to the backyard." They've already packed. They're super excited, right? And here comes Captain America with his shield down to tell his 2 daughters, "Guys, I know that you found the backyard, but we're not moving." They were so sad, and I felt like I failed them. When your children have wrapped their arms around your legs, thanking you for delivering on a promise, and the next day you say, "Sorry, we're not going, we're not moving," you don't know what to do. Now, that night, We were saying our prayers, we're tucking the girls in. And my youngest daughter, Daddy ever, he got our backyard, we're getting our backyard, amen. And I said, wait, Allison, we're not moving. She goes, Daddy, you're getting the backyard. I said, but it didn't work. The escrow, Daddy, you're getting the backyard. This 3-year-old saw into the future. And she believed in me. So I walked out with my wife and I said, she says we're gonna get the backyard. Well, maybe she sees something that you don't see. So I had to look and had faith like a child. And what happened? I started to think. And this is where USANA is a beautiful thing. Because before, you have one way to make money. You clock in, you clock out. You book a job, you get a check. But now I realize I'm sitting on top of $1 million business with the opportunity to make as much money a week as I choose. So what did I do? I thought about what my team's goals were. I thought about what our goals were. And we decided to target our Emerald Run around our move date, and let me tell you what happened. Magic happened. We hit Emerald. We're maxing out business centers. People hit gold. People hit silver. And what did we do? We had enough money to find a new place, a better place. The place that God picked for us. And now, because of the USANA opportunity, my children have grass under their feet to play in. They have the yard that they so richly dreamed for, and they thanked me again. And this time, she said, Daddy, I knew you'd do it. I knew you'd do it. So anytime I doubt, anytime I stress, anytime I worry, I think about the faith that a 5.5-year-old had, that a 3-year-old had, and I think about the business that we all have, the opportunity that we all have, and I realize that anything that we want to achieve is possible. The mindset that nothing will stop you, that nothing can hold you down, if you just believe and intentionally work towards it every single day. I want to thank you guys for joining me here today. It's been my joy. Thank you guys. Shelly, come on up here. Where are my teammates? I want to get a picture with you guys. Will you guys come? Will all my teammates come on stage, please? And Shelly, we gotta.